Hi, I'm Jana Riley, and this is Ageless. I'm 40, and my life is just getting started. I'm here to share real talk and real experiences about how to live life ageless. Nothing's off the table. You know the vibes. Let's go. Welcome back to Ageless. I'm Jana Riley, and today I am joined by Shenali Rajaratnam. She is an extraordinary leader, social entrepreneur, and the visionary founder of Power of Women and co-founder of We Are the Hope. With a profound dedication to elevating women and fostering the development of self, society, and the environment, she embodies the kind of female leadership the world needs today. With an impressive background in music, media, entertainment, and technology development, Shenali has continuously pushed boundaries and pioneered innovative initiatives, from spearheading a conscious marketplace of the future, championing the concept of edutainment. She is driven by a commitment to broadening the narrative and bringing balance to humanity. Shenali's approach is solution-driven, centered on collaboration, peace, well-being, and love. Her exceptional work is a testament to her unwavering passion for creating positive change and inspiring collective empowerment. Welcome to Ageless, Shenali.
Thank you, Jana. So wonderful to be here with you.
Yes, thank you. Well, first, I want to kick things off by sharing why we are having you on today. Not only are you an incredible woman doing incredible things, but you've spearheaded an upcoming new virtual conference called the International Power of Women's Digital Conference 2023, and it's poised to be a transformative event dedicated to amplifying the voices of women leaders and fostering gender equality worldwide, a celebration of collaboration where women and men unite for the greater good of self, society, and our precious planet. In the Power of Women anthem, you shared that this is a new era of women's empowerment, that it's time to stand up and claim our rightful place as leaders and agents of change in our communities as well as in the world. So my first question is this. You shared that this is the golden age of solutions. So I was wondering if you could tell me more about that.
Well, where do I begin? When you talk about the golden age of solutions, I think it's time for us to really, like you said, embrace the power we already possess within us and start being solution driven, because that's the only way we can usher in the golden age of solutions by collaborating, having men and women work together. It's not a competition. It's not a blame game. It's about how can we really come together and take collective action toward a shared mission for humanity.
I love it. And I just wanted to share a little bit more for those who haven't seen the Power of Women anthem on YouTube. Definitely check it out. Shenali had such a beautiful speech, and I fell in love with it and fell in love with you after watching it. I just love that you're doing this conference, and I love that this is the first annual inauguration of Power of Women. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So also, the world is in a turbulent and dark space, you had mentioned, and we might not have all the answers right now, but how can we take a different approach to find solutions?
I think that's exactly why we are doing the Power of Women Digital Conference. And Jana, when I did that speech, we were invited by NGO CSW. That's the Commission on the Status of Women for the United Nations, the 67th session. So we were invited to present remarks and the live version of the Power of Women anthem that you heard. And one of the things I realized right after the forum was I was introduced to the G20 summit, and when I checked the leaders that were attending the G20 summit, because I'm very much interested in global leadership, and I realized out of the 20 leaders that were going to be meeting, only 2 female global leaders were present. So when we are talking about solutions, how can we have only 2 women represent half of the population? And it's not a blame game. It's not saying, oh, they should have equal number. It's more about balance. And it's not about pointing fingers, because that has been happening for centuries. We keep pointing fingers and blaming and being victimized or feeling all sorts of ways of not really owning up to, hey, we already have the power we are demanding. And it's not about men being the enemy here. It's about how can we actually come together and really look at a problem from a different, broader perspective. And one of my favorite quotes is by Einstein. Definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. And that's exactly why we need a more broader perspective to look at the problems in the world, have more female perspectives be a part of the decision making processes. So that is what we are doing. Power of Women is creating that space. When women step into their power, we are able to really create that nurturing, safe space for everybody to step into their greatness, their strength. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, it's about creating that safe space without judgment, allowing people to have that space to grow and become their best versions of themselves. And that is the only way we can really do something together, to collaborate. If we can respect each other, realize that we are all contributing towards this collective action, whether we like it or not, like the butterfly effect, we are all a part of contributing. So it's about coming together, collaborating, and that's the space we have created with Power of Women Digital Conference.
I think the word collaborating is what stands out for me the most, because it really does take that, because we all have within us a purpose and a gift that we bring into the world. And so to combine the gifts is nothing but beauty, but to have respect, like you were saying, it's not a competition. I love the way that you so eloquently said that it's a collaborative effort. So I just wanted to highlight that. Well, how do we create a conscious and sustainable world?
I think it starts with self. A conscious, sustainable world. When you think about it, let's forget gender, sex, race, where age, everything. I mean, just like your podcast, ageless. Let's forget everything and let's look at what do we all need to survive. I mean, we all need food to eat, we all need clean water to drink, and we all need air to breathe. At the end of the day, those are the fundamental basic needs of humans to exist. And then when you really look at those aspects and we really look at ourselves as an individual that's existing, we are all sharing the exact same resources. We all need these resources. And that's where consciousness and sustainability comes, because it goes far beyond these abstract boundaries we have put on to separate each other, because at the fundamental level we are also connected, and we really have to take shared collective action. Because if you look at the climate crisis right now, it's no longer is it climate change. It's no longer a guess game. It's really happening. I mean, I was traveling through London, Turkey, Greece before I came to Colombo right now, and I'm from LA. I mean, it's extremely hot, and the locals are saying it has never been this hot before. So it's very real. We are actually seeing what's happening. We are feeling it. It's no longer a guessing game. So it is time that we really take collective action to create this sustainable future for all, because it's no longer an option. It's we have to do it. I mean, we are a product of nature. Whether we like it or not, whether we accept it or not, we are a product of nature, and everything we create is a byproduct of nature, including AI. And nature has a way of correcting itself if things go south. So if humanity wants to survive, it's a matter of becoming conscious, starting to reflect. It starts with ourselves, taking accountability for our actions. Instead of trying to change the world, try to change yourself. Take accountability for yourself and really look at what connects us as opposed to what separates us, and take collective action to really create a sustainable future for all.
I love what you just said about collective action, because it's true. It takes us just doing the right thing for our environment, just in our local setting, and then participating on a global level. But it starts with us, and we are all connected to nature. We are one. And so, like you said, we are a byproduct of nature. I think that's beautiful, and we need to protect it. So I'm with you on all of that, and I love what you said. Well, back to the conference. I understand the heart of the conference lies a guiding principle, the unique approach of edutainment. So I loved that. Tell me more about edutainment.
Edutainment. So just as the word says, educational entertainment is what it means. A few years ago, the World Bank did research on edutainment, and they believe this is the one of the most impactful and effective ways to really shift the current worldview. Because whether we like it or not, music, media, and entertainment are the silent reinforcers of societal norms. It narrates how we see the world constantly, whether we are scrolling through social media, whether we see billboards, the movies, the music we hear. They're constantly reiterating a narrative, and that's why we have chosen to take the edutainment route, because there are over 6 billion smart device users in the world. And that is who we are catering to. If we want to really bring change, we have to look at this in a different way. How can we approach and take a different approach? I mean, like I said about Einstein's quote earlier, how can we take a different approach? And that's why we are taking edutainment. Let's create content that's wholesome, that really is going to make us feel good and look at other people and actually be able to respect them, and then also learn something. And one of the things we are missing in this world right now, I feel like, is a shared set of values and virtues for humanity. So how can we incorporate those shared set of values and virtues for humanity through content, music, media, movies, books, whatever, podcasts like this? Because this podcast in itself is a form of edutainment, because it's entertaining. At the same time, you can take something away from it. So that is so crucial. So that's the reason we are taking it is also because music doesn't have a language. No matter what language it is, if it's a good beat, we can all dance to it, no matter where you're from, what age you are, or what language you speak. If it's a good beat, we can bob our head and dance to it. So these are the ways we can really create a humanistic, very impactful change, bring impactful change, if we really take the arts and incorporate it into bringing change into the world. So that's why edutainment, it's a cultural movement. It's about, again, taking what's happening in the world and how can we really give life to what we are consuming that can program us in a positive way, not put us against each other, but really show how we can respect each other. Whether you're a man or a woman, what it doesn't matter what color you are. How can we learn to recognize each other's value and respect each other, and then work towards a solution?
I love that Power of Women will be a platform to lead and ignite change. Can you share more about the conference and who will be speaking?
Thank you so much, Jaina. Power of Women conference is about how can we amplify the voices of women, because when you look at the word history, it says history. So, and about 100 years ago, women were not really allowed to write books or hold political positions, paintings, or any of that. So it's about, and so we have a very one-sided perspective of the world. It's about amplifying the voices of women and sharing her story so we can know our story. And the Power of Women Digital Conference is also about when women embrace their inner greatness, we are able to really create a space where women and men can come together. We have some incredible speakers that will be joining us. We are bringing speakers from so many different areas. I was just talking to the former French Minister of Gender. She was serving as the minister from 2020 to 2022. We have a senior policy advisor to the World Bank. We have the former UN Undersecretary General, who is actually not feeling well right now, but so we have to see if he will be able to participate, who did the Resolution 1325. We have Princess Basma of Saudi. We have Queen Radhika of India, Baroda. We have Prince of Gwali of India as well. He's an entrepreneur. He's a young entrepreneur who is doing incredible things in the world. We have some incredible people. I mean, I'm forgetting names. We have Grammy-winning composers. We have one of the board members of Kiss the Ground, a documentary, which is an incredible documentary. We have a lot of incredible people coming. We have 80 plus speakers confirmed.
That's incredible. I had no idea. That's amazing. You should be so proud, truly. The Power of Women Digital Conference is right around the corner, and I'm truly so excited. Can you share the dates of the event and where we can find the Power of Women Digital Conference? I will also put all this information in the show notes as well.
Absolutely. It's going to be running parallel to the G20 summit, which is happening on the 9th and 10th. We are starting a few hours before that. So we are starting on the 8th. From September 8th through the 10th, we are going to be broadcasting for 48 hours. So anybody from anywhere in the world can tune in. And we have segments where it's fast-paced. So even if you log in for 15 minutes, you will still be able to grab something, learn something. And it's going to be available. You can register for free at powerofwomen.info. That's www.powerofwomen.info, and you can register for free and grab your seat.
That's perfect. Again, I will put this in the show notes. You'll be able to access all that information there. And I just love how innovative you are and how technology forward you are in the way that you're delivering the content in the way that the audience would want to receive it, and to be able to, I mean, it takes a lot for somebody to be able to book a few, even just a few days of time, but to not have to jump on a plane, go to a conference, stay for a couple days. I mean, to be able to do it from your own home is such a great idea. And I'm so excited about this. So Shenali, thank you for all that you do in your community and in the world. You are a bright light, and I am so honored to have had this conversation with you today.
Thank you, Jenna. And I want to add something. It's women like yourself. I have some incredible women around me and men around me. Ashley, to my brother, to all the people that are supporting, from David to even Steve Allen, to everybody. These incredible people who is making it possible. So thank you so much for having me today. It has been such a pleasure.
Thank you for joining me for another episode of Ageless. Don't forget to rate and subscribe. Tune in next week for a new episode.